Hi, Misha here, and this will probably be one just for Patreon and the personal channel, because I wanted to talk about 7.62 NATO guns, 308s, specifically pre-bans. My cousin, Fox, wanted to try out some. His experience is more with, more modern stuff, and so I packed two of my favorites. My Springfield SAR-3/8 and my Argentine FMAP FAL. I thought these would make for a good video because they're both, even today, but especially when I picked them up, very good values for what they were for being authentic pre-ban guns, although this one's technically a transitional gun that was grandfathered in 1990. So, thought we'd run some 7.62 through them since I had plenty of ammo, and, well, the SAR-3/8 did quite well. SAR-3, by the way.
SAR-3, by the way.
Yep.
Nice.
So it will be having its video on the main Mishaco channel, talking about Greek Ebo production and all that good stuff. And then it was time for the Argentinian FAL. Argentine FAL. Oops, you had a jam? Not surprised. And then that happened. And I already kind of know what the issue probably is, and it should be fixable. But let's try it again. Try that again.
Same thing?
Yep, same thing. Hi. So yeah, I'm suspecting it's under-gassed. But I did bring out a few magazines. So before we do that, before we monkey with the gas, let's try a different mag, just to roll that out. Yeah, even worse. So, not any better with the second mag. Here's the ammo we were using. And this is the same stuff that ran just fine in the SAR. So, gas. So the whole purpose of this video. Gas isn't usually a problem with the FAL because, well, it has an adjustable gas regulator. Actually, a very highly adjustable one. So, since it's not seemingly an ammo or mag issue directly, time to tinker with the gas. Putting her on the bipod, I asked Jero and Fox what the setting was, and it was at 3. The FAL typically goes from, well, fully closed up to 13. Some have 11, but several notches. That tells you that it was about, a quarter of the way open. And as you saw in the clips, it was cycling a bit, so it probably didn't need much of adjustment, maybe up to 4, 5, 6 at the very most. So that's fine. And you don't want to overgas these, so probably the last time we were shooting this, which was admittedly some years ago, we were shooting slightly warmer ammo. First thing, sometimes you can just turn these by hand. Not this one. We tried. Luckily, Fox had some shooting gloves, grippy gloves. Tried that. Still no go. So the next attempt would be, well, let's try using a bullet here. Sometimes they're loose enough you can kind of grab it with the rim. And that didn't want to go either. Now it is because I broke it loose when I got home, but if the range there, it was frozen in place because, again, it hadn't been adjusted in forever. So that goes to show you normally a bullet will. Another thing that's actually a good ad hoc thing, a bottle cap opener. And Jero actually had a multi-tool with one on, not as open as this, but one, and we tried that, and it was still frozen. Well, we were already running out of daylight and the storm was kicking in, so it was kind of just time to shelve it for the next go round, because sometimes you just need the right tool. And here it is. I have a couple of these, but I didn't have one with me when we were shooting, and that was kind of my bad. Pouches for the FAL rarely have storage for parts, and unfortunately the FAL itself, at least this style, has a solid butt plate without a storage compartment. It does have a small storage in the grip down here, but that's nothing that will fit this. Now, with the right tool, set you down for just a second. This thing immediately broke free. It wasn't exactly rusted shut or anything. Just, frozen in place because it hadn't been adjusted. Maybe a little bit of carbon fouling. It happens. It's actually good to have a stiff one, because sometimes the spring under these is way too loose. But you see, with the right tool, it moves just fine. This goes to show you. And it also goes to show you that adjustable gas has pros and cons. Many complain that the G3, even the SETME, has more felt recoil. A lot of that has to do with the buffer that the HK style, SETME styles have. The FAL, with the adjustable gas, it was meant to be dialed in for whatever type of ammo a military was using, and then left there. Because, of course, 7.62 NATO, 7.62x51, is made all around the world. And production standards could vary wildly from, say, Argentina, Venezuela, Chile, South Africa, India, and then you get into Europe. So the idea was to adjust it and kind of forget it. Now I can even turn it by hand. Of course, it is fully open. I think part of it was fully dogged down. Yeah, as I turn it, it gets easier, which is normal. As you open it, as it unscrews. But as you get closer to the fully closed, it gets stiffer. Again, it was my bad. I should have thought about that. Again, it was almost gassed enough, just not quite. It needed a little more oomph, and I just needed the right tool. Now, I could have probably manhandled it, but I didn't want to scuff it up too much because it is still a pre-ban gun, and again, we were running out of time. It's just an excuse to bring this out for another day. Might also bring out the M14, the AR-10, and my favorite, the BM-59. Let Fox really get a sampling of the various 7.62 NATO, i.e. 308 guns. And yes, of course, we all know that there are differences, but the funny thing is, a lot of these pre-bans are actually marked 308, just to make them seem less military, even though they have a 7.62 chambering. But I thought this was just kind of an interesting study. And of course, with the valve up here, if you rotate it the other way, that's complete gas shutoff for grenade launching. Although these pre-bans, they have the flash hider, muzzle brake, they have the notch below for the bayonet lug. Strangely, they do not have the grenade ring or the cutouts inside for a blank fire device. So it's kind of a halfway done thing, but the rest of the gun is military, including the tall sights, painted finish, kind of matte furniture. I really do like the Argentinian FAL, or FSL I should say, also known sometimes as the LSR. Now you'll find some post bands, and they'll be marked SAC LADA inside the magwell, which when we do a full video, once we get this back out to the range and I remember to bring my tool with me and not be an idiot, do that next time. But in the meanwhile, you can hopefully enjoy the Greek SAR-38 video, and we'll have another FAL video coming at you relatively soon. So like I said, this was just for the personal channel here, also Patreons. If you'd like to support, you can visit Mishaco over on Patreon. $1 and up a month, you can ask questions. $10 and up a month, I'm pretty much at your disposal for a phone call, consultation, all that good stuff. Whatever you need, I'll try to do. But if not, just liking, subscribing here, checking out the main channel, that's great too. But I thought this personal channel could use a little firearms content, so here you go. You get to see my little bit of a screw up. yeah, was my fail. Like I said, I remember to bring extra mags. Always do that. Even brought a couple of different ammo types, but oh well. Running out of time anyway. We'll have to have a big FAL day soon. This is Misha. Catch you very soon. Next time.